Winners invest into themselves, while losers invest into winners. You see this happen all the time. The guy who wins in life, the guy who has it all or seems to have it all, he's constantly building, he's constantly failing, but he's always coming right back up. He's building the attractive body. He's building a lifestyle that he feels free and fulfilled in, surrounding himself with friends, loved one, girlfriend, and whatnot like that. While the loser, he's the one who's invested into the winner's success. Maybe he's like vicariously living for them, like the people who watch sports and wear another man's jersey on their back. They're the people who invest into politics and all they care about is red, blue, pick a side and whatnot. Charlie Kirk and all this other mumbo jumbo bullshit that doesn't really do anything for them. They're also the same people who are commenting on my videos. You're gonna see like the same couple names pop up each and every video, just spouting some nonsense. You know what you are to me? You're just another number. If you're doing that shit, you are just another number. You're boosting my algorithm, so I thank you for that. But that's sad. That is like ridiculously sad that you call yourself a man and continue to invest in another man's success rather than fixing your own life, rather than going through your own personal development. And it's really not that easy or really not that hard to succeed in life if you think about it. All it takes is a bit of self-awareness and self-introspection, looking at your own flaws and asking yourself, what areas do I need to improve on? What changes do I need to make about myself to finally become the man that I always want to become? To live that dream life, to travel freely without bringing a food scale on vacation, building an attractive body, and making a name for yourself. These guys who comment bullshit on mine and other creators' posts, they don't have a name for themselves. They're just a number in their life. They're fat, they're crusty, they're just sitting there typing on their computer, acting like they know everything about me and other people's lives. When in reality, like these guys can't figure out their own lives, which is so sad because it's really not that hard to figure out. So if you see yourself as a winner, someone who's ambitious, like this page is for you. This page isn't meant for losers. The losers, they can keep investing in my success and push this page forward, push this page forward and keep investing in my own growth and building up my business because, every single comment, every single dislike or whatever they give me, that just tells the algorithm to push my content forward. I will take that. So thank you. People who are losers in life, these are the people that remind me of my old self. When I didn't have my life figured out, every single day I lived without purpose. I was never as bad as these guys commenting, hating and stuff like that. But at the same time, I saw the people with success. I saw these people online making money. I saw these people having relationships at my age. And the entire time I was envious, right? I would get jealous. I see friends of mine back then who were getting married at that point. And instead of looking back at myself as to why I wasn't attracting girls, why I was stuck where I was, I blamed other people for that. And that's the loser mentality that so many guys have nowadays. And how you can break away from this loser mentality, from my own story, and what I did to break out of this loser mentality, is simply to ask yourself, the first step is acknowledging that you have a problem, right? What is that? The road to recovery, the first thing you have to do is, the road to recover from addiction is what? Acknowledge there's a problem. It's the same thing here, right? You have to acknowledge that there's something about yourself that you don't like, whether you're very negative, whether you're on the pathway of where you don't want to go. Maybe you're not disciplined enough to keep going up to going to the gym if you're building the attractive body. Then you ask yourself exactly what changes do you need to make in order to fix that, and make those changes. Add structure to your life for having goals and having the daily habits to achieve them. Time block out your entire day from the time that you wake up to the time you go to bed. Write out exactly what's the daily life of the man that I want to become, and what can I start to do today to live that life, to become that man. Because you don't just become that man one day just by waking up. No, it's repeated daily actions of living just like him. The people who stick with it, the reason why I'm sticking with what I'm doing now, no matter how much hate I get, no matter how much low growth I get, I'm still gonna push through. And that's how I know I'm gonna succeed. That's how I know that I'm a winner and I have the winner mindset that so many guys just don't have nowadays. And how you too can have that winner mindset. This video isn't all just about me. It's about sharing my own growth. I might sound like I'm bragging. I'm really not. It's just facts. If you want to succeed in life, if you want to win, if you want to live that dream life as a man, you can't have that loser mentality of investing into other people, to feeling envious and jealous and not, sure you can in the beginning, yeah, but at least take action, which most of those guys, if not all, aren't doing. The second you start to take action on your ambition and on your goals, you're 1,000 steps beyond these guys. These guys who are sitting in the room alone on a Friday night, playing their video games, watching anime and whatnot, these losers, as long as you're taking some sort of action to develop yourself and change. It's one thing to complain and to never fix it, but it's a whole nother thing to actually take steps on that, to buy the gym membership, go to the gym, build the attractive body instead of being jealous about other guys out there who are in your position or who are in the position that you want to be in. That's loser mentality. Winner mentality is by making the necessary changes in your own self-development and investing overall into yourself. So stop focusing about politics. Stop focusing about all these external things that don't really move the needle forward. You don't deserve to focus on those things. You aren't where you want to be. You can't fix the external. You can't change anything you can't actually control. So why focus on those things? Why not just focus on the stuff that you can control? Your own life. What's going on there? Why you're stagnating? When you could be improving? If you have these issues, this is your fault, right? Every single thing that's an issue in your life is your fault. Take that as your responsibility. Maybe you didn't deserve it. Maybe you had some other instances, but the reason why you're still stuck is because of you, no one else, right? And the second that you take on this mentality that I'm trying to shift onto you, that's when you start to become a winner. That's when you start to live life, not vicariously through other people. Instead, you're gonna start to make changes in your own life. You're gonna start to make the progress and be like, holy shit, I didn't think this was possible. I didn't think I can achieve these goals. Pretty soon your ambition, your drive is going to increase. It's going to skyrocket. Pretty soon, the amount of promises that you make to yourself, you're actually going to start to keep them now. So you respect yourself more. You start to find enjoyment in other people. You're able to respect other people for their own grind. And all of a sudden you surround yourself with high quality people. You find the woman because she's attracted to your self-discipline and self-respect for yourself. And you just crawl out of that loser mentality that so many men now share nowadays. And that's how you become a winner, right? There's two types of men in this world. And ultimately, it's up to you to decide which one you become. The winner who invests in himself, who takes accountability, who doesn't drop blame onto other people or external circumstances, who doesn't spread hate to other people for no reason, or the loser who does all those things. The loser who stays stagnant, who gets fat and his children get fat. If he even has children, it actually procreates, which most of these guys are never going to do. They're going to buy the AI sex robots or whatever, So this is all up to you. And now is the time for you to pick and make a decision as to where you're going to go. All right. And if you need help streamlining that process of becoming that man that you want to become, building the attractive physique, waking up every single day of energy, I'm actually a fitness coach. I help guys out with that position. So first link down below, go check it out, click the link, book a Call Me one-on-one. We'll talk about your goals, where you want to go, and your current situation, stuff like that. And whether or not it makes sense for us to work together. I hope this video is valuable to you and your time. I know that so many men struggle with this issue of just focusing on the external when they really need to focus inside and become that winner, to take control of his life.